We'll guide you through how to check if your PC has been hacked and how to remove those viruses. If you guys find this video to be helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel, ringing the bell icon, and leaving a like. Let's get right into it. So if you are already sure that your PC has been compromised, you can skip to the later part of the video where I tell you how to remove potential viruses. However, if you're still unsure and if you want to check whether your PC has been hacked or not, just follow my instructions. We can go to the search bar and type in Windows PowerShell. Right-click it and run it as administrator. Click on yes, and then it will open up the Windows PowerShell. Over here, we need to write net stat space -ano. Then we need to hit enter, and this information will pop up. Once we have this data, all we should be looking at is our established connections. This shows us the servers or the services that our computer has established a connection with. This is the IP that is establishing the connection, and this is the PID, which is the process ID, which we're going to be using to identify whether this connection is safe or not. So what we should do is come to a taskbar, open up our task manager by right-clicking on it, and then once it's open, we need to go into details. Over here, we can see our PID, the process ID. Every connection that says established next to it, we should probably match it to which service it's running in the task manager. This says 14144 and it's an established connection. So if I go to my task manager and look for 14144, it shows that this particular service is my gaming headset software, which I use quite a lot. So this should be safe because this is something I downloaded on my own, and this is something I actively use and it's running in the background. However, if you see some suspicious application over here that you haven't downloaded or you haven't used in a long time, it's probably worth investigating. You could do a quick Google search on what that service is. For example, this says text input host. If you did not know what this means, you could always put this exact text input host.exe in your Google or whatever browser you're using, and your browser will tell you exactly what that particular file is good for. For example, we can just come over to a browser here, write in text input host.exe safe ? Asking our browser if it is a safe file, which is on our computer, and it says text input host.exe is safe when it is the legitimate Windows system file located in C folder. So we can go ahead and actually check that. Right click on it, go to open file location, and it is indeed stored where the Google says it should be. See Windows system apps, and that's exactly what they are referring to over here. If there's an application that you can uninstall because you don't use it and it's still establishing a connection, you should probably uninstall it. And however, if it's hidden and it cannot be uninstalled, then it's probably some malware. So how do we remove viruses and suspicious files from our computer? What we need to do is we need to download an antivirus called Malwarebytes. So just go over to your web browser, open up a new window, and type in Malwarebytes download. Open up this first link. This is the official website, and click on free antivirus download. You can save it wherever you like. Usually it just goes in the download folder. And once it has been downloaded, you can just open it up and run it to install it. Once it has been installed, just double click to open it. And then this is the scanner right here. You can click on scan, or you can click on these three dots for an advanced scan, which will take a longer time, but it will do a more in-depth scan. Click on the three dots, run the advanced scan. You can do a custom scan, you can do a deep scan. I'm just gonna go for the deep scan. This will take a longer time, of course, because it's gonna be checking every file on my computer and every file that is usually hidden as well. As you can see, the scan is now complete, and it took 1 hour, 12 minutes and 53 seconds. It scanned more than 1 million files and made 27 detections. It labels these files as malware, and it gives us the full location of the file. Now we can quarantine all 27 items to remove any threat to our computer. This is labeled as malware, although if you have a more serious virus on your computer, it might be labeled as Trojan. If you have anything on your computer which you're aware it can be malicious, but you still want to keep it, make sure to uncheck that and then quarantine your items. Because if you just quarantine, you'll end up losing it. That's been it for today, guys. We hope you found this guide to be helpful. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.